Chase Sexton's performance at Arlington Supercross has become the biggest talking point of the week, with fans and analysts alike debating his decision-making in the crucial moments of the final race of Round 7's Triple Crown. The Red Bull KTM rider was in a prime position to take the overall victory, yet a combination of mistakes and sheer determination to win the final race led to a disastrous outcome that may prove costly in the long run. As the final main event unfolded, Sexton held the lead but stalled his bike while exiting a corner, handing the position to Webb. Despite this setback, he was still in line for the overall win as long as he maintained second place. However, instead of settling for the smart play, Sexton pushed aggressively to reclaim the race lead. On the last lap, he charged after Webb but collided with his rear wheel in a costly miscalculation, sending himself off balance and losing 2 positions. To make matters worse, Barcia took advantage of the chaos and blocked Sexton in the final turn, pushing him back to 5th place. In the blink of an eye, Sexton's near-certain overall victory was gone, and he was forced to settle for 3rd overall on the night. The image of Sexton sitting on the berm, head in hands, perfectly encapsulated the heartbreak and frustration of the moment. It wasn't just about losing the win, it was about the repeated nature of these high-pressure mistakes. Sexton has undeniably been one of the fastest riders on the track this season, but raw speed means little if it isn't backed by racercraft and consistency. His error in Arlington echoes his earlier struggles in Detroit, where a costly mistake nearly derailed his night despite an overall good result. After the race, a visibly frustrated Sexton addressed the media, acknowledging his disappointment. I raced to win," Sexton said. "I knew I had the overall if I stayed where I was, but I don't really care. I wanted to win the race." He also admitted that the past few weeks have taken a toll on him, leading to some introspection about his approach moving forward. "I'm excited to get on the plane out of here and leave that performance in Dallas. I've been grinding pretty hard over the last couple of weeks, and maybe it's time to hit the reset. It's 3 weeks in a row of these costly mistakes. Really frustrating, although it's only round 7, so there's still plenty of time to fight for this championship." Despite his attempts to stay optimistic, the reality is clear. If these errors continue, Sexton's championship hopes will quickly slip away. His own words reflected the severity of the situation. "There's not much to say. It's pretty embarrassing, stalling it, going down, losing the overall. It's just not going to cut it. We've got a lot of work to do, go work on the bike and myself, and come back for Daytona." But while Sexton was left dealing with another self-inflicted wound, Webb emerged from Arlington as the new points leader, and the mental game between the two riders is becoming more lopsided with each passing round. Webb is known for his ability to capitalize on his rivals' mistakes, and he thrives in high-pressure scenarios where others crumble. If Sexton wants to turn this championship battle around, he needs to figure out how to stop making errors at crucial moments. Looking ahead, the series now heads to Daytona, a track that presents its own set of challenges. Webb has a history of excelling in East Coast conditions, and if Sexton doesn't tighten up his racercraft soon, the gap in the championship standings could widen even further. With Jet Lawrence and Eli Tomac sidelined due to injury, this season is one of Sexton's best chances to win a Supercross title, but the margin for error is growing thinner by the week. If he doesn't fix these issues soon, this championship will be all but over, and Webb will be well on his way to securing his 3rd Supercross title. The Arlington Supercross Triple Crown delivered no shortage of drama, but the most talked-about moment of the night came when 2 of the most aggressive riders in the sport, Jason Anderson and Barcia, collided in a heated on-track battle that left them both on the ground. Fans have come to expect intensity from these two, but their latest clash took it to another level. The fireworks began when Barcia made a hard move in the final turn, slamming into Anderson in an attempt to take the position. However, Anderson wasn't about to let that slide. With a clear sense of retaliation, he struck back in the very next corner, sending both riders to the dirt in a spectacular display of aggressive racing gone wrong. The AMA quickly responded by issuing Anderson a written warning for his actions, but that didn't slow him down. Determined to salvage his night, he put in an impressive ride in the final race, battling with Ken Roczen and Chase Sexton to secure second place. Barcia, meanwhile, regrouped and fought his way to fourth, capping off a wild night that showcased both riders' unwillingness to back down. The night had already been intense before that, with Webb finding himself in the middle of the action as well. Webb, who struggled in qualifying and ended up 7th, was pushing hard to improve his position in the final moments of his flying lap. But his aggressive move didn't sit well with Anderson, who made it clear, both on and off the track, that he wasn't happy with how Webb had raced him. In true Anderson fashion, he didn't hold back, making his presence felt and proving once again that he's not one to be pushed around. Webb's qualifying struggles meant he was left with the 7th gate pick for the Triple Crown, a significant disadvantage in such a critical round. Meanwhile, Chase Sexton, who came into Arlington sharing the red plate with Webb, qualified 5th, while Anderson secured solid 4th. With the championship battle heating up, every small advantage or mistake could prove costly in the long run. After the dust settled, Anderson reflected on his eventful night, acknowledging both the highs and lows of his performance. Overall, my day had its ups and downs, Anderson admitted. Practice went pretty well. I was feeling decent on the track and ended up qualifying 4th, which put me in a good spot heading into the night show. In the first race, I was running inside the top 5 early on, but I went down in the sand section and had to remount, which set me back to 12th by the finish. In the second race, I got another solid start and was battling in the top 5, but I tangled with another rider and went down again, which was frustrating. I had to fight my way back but could only manage 17th. Going into the final race, I just wanted to put in a clean ride and finish strong. I got a great start, made some quick passes, and worked my way into second while trying to stay out of the chaos around me. It felt good to end the night on a high note, but overall, I know I have more in me, and I'm looking to put it all together next time. Anderson's ability to rebound in the final race showed his resilience, but the bigger storyline is whether his aggressive approach, especially his battle with Barcia, will have any lingering effects in the championship. These two have a history, and with the season still in full swing, it wouldn't be surprising if their rivalry spills over into the next rounds. Meanwhile, with Webb now holding the red plate, Sexton reeling from a frustrating night, and Anderson looking to regain momentum, the championship fight is far from settled. One thing is for sure, if Arlington was any indication, fans can expect even more fireworks as the season progresses.